Oh, how about now? There we go. Ursula, dear one, you are my sound angel. I'm gonna hire you to run sound for me someday. Poor Ursula. Oh, I should say poor, but Ursula has had some great sound experiences with this program. So I trust you should have it now because everything on my side is showing that we've got green dots going again. So thank you, Ryan. Welcome, welcome. All right, here's the long and the short of it. Here's what you missed. Reverend Elijah is not with us. I'm not 100% sure what happened, but I trust that it's either a miscommunication or that he's with someone and with a client or with someone that needs more support than being here this evening. So no worries. We'll have him join us again sometime. Thank you for those that hang out when I forget to turn the microphone from one setting to another. I appreciate that. So anyway, this all started a little over a month ago, and it's grown and it's growing. And if you'd like me to do prayer work for your requests, please send me an email, revbriz@spiritevolving.com. I'll get your information in my prayer book, get your prayer in my prayer book. I'll be praying on that, and you will experience a demonstration. I promise you that. I just got done with a prayer call before this program, and it's the wave of the future. Yeah, right. So, okay. One other thing that I want to share before we get started with prayer tonight, and because this is really kind of a big deal. I have been working on a project, and I'm looking for the link right here, right now, so that I can share this with you. There it is. It's the May Day Uplift Marathon. It's going to be 12 hours of live streaming. I've got 15 or 16 musical guests lined up, about a dozen great ministers. We're going to pray, we're going to laugh, we're going to boogie, we're going to sing, we're going to all of it. And it's all going to happen on May Day, May 1st. It's an uplift marathon, and it's going to happen on Facebook and YouTube. So I really encourage you, jot that in your book right now, drop it into your calendar. We're going to throw a good old-fashioned hootenanny for 12 hours of music and inspiring message. So I encourage you to join me throughout that day. All right, let's see. What do we want to get into this evening? I've had a very, very busy few days, and sometimes it feels a little hectic, and sometimes it can feel a little overwhelming, and sometimes the excitement with what's going on and the way the universe works and how all the connections are coming together, I almost get a little overloaded. And there's times in those moments where it's easy to say, "Wow, can life really be this good? Am I really allowed to have this much good in my life?" And well, you know the answer. Of course we can. So tonight, we're not praying for something. We're not praying to get rid of something. We're not praying to get an experience of something. The prayers are a prayer of celebration, a prayer of recognition of the good that's happened in our lives for the last 12 hours since we've last been together, and a prayer celebrating all the good that is available, all and everything else, the love, the abundance, the prosperity, health, wealth. Well, it sounds like almost like I'm praying. So how about we just get to that instead? If you're comfortable with it, folks, I invite you to close your eyes and relax and let yourself tune into the breath. Recognize and feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest, and feel into an experience of being present, being present to what's happening right in this moment, and letting go of all of that. Letting go of anything that it took to be in this day, letting go of any sense of restriction or constriction. If the body's not comfortable, make the body comfortable. Let go of everything outside of this present breath. For this is the breath of God. This is the divine breath of the One. Breathing your lungs, breathing your life, breathing all life. And so I recognize the One as the experience, the phenomena, the form of life. I know God as the unlimited source, the absolute source of love and light and beauty, truth and health and wealth and well-being, abundance, prosperity. I see God in every smile. I hear God in every tear. I recognize God calling out in every prayer. Mm. And so I know that oneness, that allness of life must be expressing itself through and as my life, through and as my life perfectly, whole, complete, nothing missing, nothing absent. And as I know that truth of my life, I know it must be true of all life, and I know it absolutely as true of each life that hears these words. Each life that is touched by the vibration that is raised up here this evening. See, what I know is I know that each one that hears these words is part of that collective whole. And so we each act as transceivers, receiving the good and transmitting it back out again. And so together, this experience is creating a vibration of love and peace and prosperity that is traveling the world around and around again and again, encompassing the entire planet and vibrating off into the outer distant cosmos. And it's still all God. So I know there is something miraculous that is happening through this time. There's a great and glorious revelation that is happening. And I claim for each a sense of deep peace. Peace with whatever's happening in the world, peace with what's ever happening in the home or not happening. Peace around the experiences of living, of life. And a deep sense of assurance that everything is happening exactly as it must. That everything's happening just as it must to reveal the glorious vision of a world that works for everyone, to reveal God's glorious vision of itself expressing as the life of, as humanity, as all life. Mm. I am in that place, that vibration of absolute knowing that God's on the job here, that God's got this. And I invite each one that hears these words to raise up that same sense of knowing that beyond the human perception, beyond the human perspective, there is God. There is a greater view. There is a greater vision. There is a greater ideal, blossoming, birthing itself, breaking forth into experience right now before our very eyes. God bringing forth new life, new ideas about community and connection, family and food. How magnificent to be witness to it, to be a part of it, to be alive in this moment. How magnificent to recognize that regardless of the media or what others would have us believe, there is nothing wrong here. There is nothing broken. There is no division in the mind of God. In the mind of God, we are each whole, complete, and perfect just as we are. And that goes for planet Earth just as well. And it is our work here in this moment to reveal that perfection, to feel it and reveal it. To feel that sense of knowing it's all good because it's all God and it could be no other way. And then reveal that truth through our actions, our thoughts, our words, our activities. God is good. Life is good. And I am grateful. grateful to be in this moment, grateful to hear these words as they remind each in their own way of each one's own truth. But most especially grateful to know that God's got this. It is not I doing the work, it is God doing the work. And so I get myself out of the way. I let go of any question about how or why or when anything happens in this. And I absolutely trust in God, knowing it's good. I release this word into the law that has already said yes, that in fact could say nothing other, and I know it is manifesting right now. And I invite each one that agrees with this truth in any one way to join up in an affirmation as we say together, and so it is. And so it is. Thank you, dear ones, for being here. I have a favor to ask. I got some really big news this evening, and I can't share it just yet, but I have a sense that the conversation I had this evening is going to lead to an even bigger conversation. And I think that bigger conversation is going to lead to an incredibly special guest on the May Day Uplift Marathon. So I'm going to ask you, if you would, for the rest of the evening and throughout tomorrow, just please know with me that I receive a phone call, and the universe already knows who's going to dial that number, my number, and we know that that person has my number, and that person is committed to reaching out to me. And I'm going to be in a prayerful state of knowing that conversation reveals the absolute highest and the best for my life, for their life, for everything. I appreciate you folks being here. I trust this is finding a way to serve. I want to say goodnight to a few of you. Ursula, thank you for being here. And Suzanne and Ryan, part of my digital God squad, all three of you. It's so great to have all of you here. So I'm going to keep showing up. I trust you're going to keep showing up. And what I know is if we do that, the universe keeps showing up. And that's going to show up as a phone call tomorrow morning that's going to make me just go giddy with jumping through the roof. So my wife will like that part. All right, I love you, dear ones. It's the end of another very long day, but it's been a very, very good day as well. So enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you back here 8:15 a.m. Mountain Time tomorrow. And I do believe I have a guest for tomorrow morning. I do. The amazing Lisa Ferrero is going to be here bright and early with us tomorrow morning. So let's look forward to that. That's going to be fun, I promise. All right. Peace and blessings. I love you. You are love incarnate. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye now.